Scene script. Have you ever wondered, did we really land on the moon? This question has been at the heart of one of the most enduring controversies of the 20th century. The moon landing, a monumental event for humanity, is accepted by many as a testament to human achievement and scientific progress. Yet, a persistent undercurrent of skepticism questions its veracity. The moon landing, as we know it, took place on July 20, 1969. When astronaut Neil Armstrong set foot on the lunar surface, he famously proclaimed, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." This event was broadcasted to millions of viewers worldwide, making it one of the most watched television events in history. But despite this widespread acceptance, a significant portion of the population still harbors doubts about the authenticity of the moon landing. Conspiracy theories around the moon landing range from the plausible to the downright bizarre. Some skeptics argue that the lunar landing was a well-orchestrated hoax, designed to assert American dominance in the space race against the Soviet Union. They point to alleged inconsistencies in the moon landing footage, such as the fluttering flag in the vacuum of space, or the absence of stars in the photographs. Others go as far as to suggest that the moon landing was filmed in a secret Hollywood studio, directed by none other than Stanley Kubrick. So why do these doubts persist? The answer isn't straightforward. For some, it's a matter of trust in government and authority. For others, it's a fascination with the idea of uncovering a hidden truth. Regardless of the reasons, the skepticism surrounding the moon landing provides an intriguing lens through which we can examine our collective history and our relationship with truth and belief. To understand the truth, we need to go back to the beginning, to the start of the space race. As we delve into this complex narrative, we'll unravel the facts, the theories, and the enduring legacy of the moon landing, so buckle up and get ready for a journey through space and time. The space race, a product of the Cold War, was a fierce competition between two superpowers. As the Cold War emerged from the ashes of World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union found themselves locked in a battle not just of ideologies, but also of technological prowess. This was a time of intense rivalry, a time when the world was divided into two camps, each striving to prove its superiority over the other. In the midst of this global tension, the realm of space became the new frontier, the ultimate proving ground. The space race was more than just a scientific endeavor, it was a geopolitical contest, a battle of wills between the capitalist West and the communist East. The first major milestone in this race came in October of 1957, when the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the world's first artificial satellite. This tiny beeping sphere, no larger than a beach ball, was a technological marvel that sent shockwaves around the world. It was a clear demonstration of Soviet prowess, a stark reminder of their capabilities. Sputnik's launch ignited a sense of urgency within the United States. The nation that had emerged victorious from the Second World War now found itself seemingly lagging behind. The American public and the political establishment felt a mounting pressure to respond and reclaim their technological supremacy. This pressure led to a series of rapid developments in American space exploration. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, better known as NASA, was established. Projects were launched, rockets were built, and astronauts were trained. The United States was determined to catch up, to surpass the Soviet Union in this high-stakes race. Amidst this frenzy, President John F. Kennedy made a bold proclamation in 1961. He challenged the nation to put a man on the moon before the end of the decade. This was not just a scientific goal, but a political one. It was a statement of intent, a demonstration of American resolve. The USA needed a victory, and President John F. Kennedy provided the goal: a man on the moon. Kennedy's bold claim set NASA on a path towards one of the most significant achievements in human history. And so, in the early 60s, NASA launched the Apollo program, a colossal endeavor that aimed to fulfill President Kennedy's audacious promise, to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth by the end of the decade. This was no small task. The Apollo program was an intricate ballet of science, technology, and sheer human will, with each mission serving as a stepping stone towards the ultimate goal. Apollo 1, scheduled for launch in February 1967, was set to be the first manned mission. Tragically, a cabin fire during a launch rehearsal test claimed the lives of all 3 astronauts aboard. This devastating setback shook NASA to its core, but it also galvanized the agency to improve safety measures and ensure such a catastrophe would never happen again. Over the next 2 years, multiple Apollo missions were launched, each one testing and perfecting the technologies and strategies required for a successful moon landing. Apollo 7 and 8 were crucial, proving the reliability of the spacecraft and the feasibility of a lunar orbit. Then came Apollo 11. In July of 1969, this mission would forever etch the names of Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins into the annals of history. As Armstrong and Aldrin descended in the lunar module, Collins orbited alone in the command module, a solitary sentinel in the void of space. The world held its breath as Armstrong and Aldrin touched down on the moon's surface. Armstrong's first step, his words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," signified not just the realization of a dream, but the culmination of years of dedication, innovation, and sacrifice. On July 20, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin made history, stepping onto the lunar surface. This marked a new era in human exploration, a testament to what we can achieve when we dare to dream beyond the confines of our own world. But despite the evidence, some still question, did we really land on the moon? Over the years, a number of arguments have been put forward by skeptics, casting doubts on the moon landing. These doubts, these questions, they persist. And today, we're going to address some of the most prominent ones. Let's start with the flag. The iconic image of the American flag seemingly waving in the breeze on a celestial body that has no atmosphere. Skeptics point to this as proof of a hoax. But here's the truth. The flag was not waving, not in the sense we understand here on Earth. It was held out on a horizontal bar, and when it was unfurled, it moved. It gave the illusion of waving, due to its lightweight material, and the slow motion effect of the moon's gravity. Another point often raised is the absence of stars in the photographs. Where are the stars, they ask? Shouldn't the lunar sky be filled with them? The answer is not as mysterious as one might think. Remember, these photos were taken in lunar daylight. The brightness of the moon's surface combined with the high quality of the Apollo cameras meant that the stars were simply too dim to appear in the photos. Just as stars are invisible from Earth in broad daylight, they were invisible on the moon's surface. And then there's the argument about the radiation from the Van Allen belts, the layer of energetic charged particles around Earth. Skeptics argue that the Apollo missions could not have passed through them without lethal exposure. However, NASA's trajectory for the Apollo missions bypassed the inner belts completely and passed through the thinner parts of the outer belts. This, combined with the spacecraft's shielding, kept radiation exposure within safe limits. In the face of these scientific explanations, the doubts cast by skeptics seemed to lose their weight. The moon landing was not a fabrication, not a grand spectacle designed to deceive. It was, and remains, a testament to human achievement. So, the evidence overwhelmingly supports the reality of the moon landing. The moon landing left an indelible mark on our history and our culture. This monumental event wasn't just a triumph of human achievement, but a testament to our innate curiosity and relentless pursuit of the unknown. It sparked a revolution, not just in space exploration, but in various other fields of science and technology as well. It's hard to quantify the full impact of the moon landing, but let's give it a whirl, shall we? The Apollo missions led to numerous technological advancements. The miniaturization of circuitry, for instance, which was vital for the computers on board the spacecraft, ultimately paved the way for the development of personal computers and microprocessors. The moon landing also revolutionized our understanding of our closest celestial neighbor. The samples brought back by the Apollo missions provided invaluable information about the moon's composition and origin. This knowledge has guided subsequent lunar missions and has been instrumental in our understanding of other celestial bodies. Another significant legacy is the inspiration it provided. The moon landing showed us that the impossible could be achieved. It inspired a whole generation to dream big and reach for the stars. This inspiration has fueled countless careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The moon landing also had profound societal impacts. It brought the world together in a shared experience of wonder and awe. It gave us a new perspective on our place in the universe, reminding us of our common humanity and the need to work together to conquer the challenges that lie ahead. Moreover, the moon landing set the stage for future space exploration. It was the stepping stone that led to the Mars rover missions, the Voyager probes, and the International Space Station. Today, as we talk about colonizing Mars and exploring the outer reaches of our solar system, we're building on the legacy of the moon landing. Whether you choose to believe in the moon landing or not, its legacy continues to shape our world and our future. It's a legacy of innovation, discovery, inspiration, and unity. A legacy that continues to guide us as we reach for the stars and beyond.